As we discuss a new Hebrew Israelite camp, a One West variety, who's out on the street getting arrested, hitting people with sticks and having them bow down. And they've accomplished this all within the span of a year or so in Orlando, Florida. So we have our favorite atheist joining us, Sam Miguel. You'll get to meet him if you haven't met him. He's an ex-Hebrew Israelite who's an atheist, hopefully on his way to Christianity. And then, of course, we got Kdub. And he's got a lot of experience with these types of camps. So we're gonna review some footage that I would say it's shocking, but then again, if you're familiar with these groups, it might not be that shocking. All right, So let's take a look at these videos from Watchmen for Israel. And we've titled this show, The Cult That Hits People with Sticks. What do you think? Do you think that's a fair title? I'm going to find the clip right now, but what do you think? Do you think it's a fair title? Let me turn down the volume here. So there's Watchmen for Israel. And man... can you give a little bit of the background to this, Sam Miguel, as we start to line this up here?
Yeah. Let's see here. This looks like.
Yeah. Do you know where they are, bro?
This is in downtown Orlando in Lake Eola Park. A very upscale, very expensive area to live close to this park. It's like, the heart of downtown, close to Orange Avenue. If you know about Orlando, Orange Avenue is the main road in Orange County, Orlando, Florida. And this is specifically close to Orange Avenue and Central Avenue.
Look at these dudes. Like, some ladies walk by, and the camera just has to focus on them. Like, watch this.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 2 sons.
What they
You can't do it yet. You can't do it yet.
Right.
You're a minor, you can't do it.
Right. Go ahead.
I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I'll be like the Most High.
Right.
Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell.
Oh, it's doing that to us. Okay, never mind. My bad. Okay, I'm going back to the video. It's the title of this video, by the way, is Esau is still mad about the blessing, and OPD is back and confounded. OPD is Orlando Police Department. What a funny title, right? Okay, sorry, I gotta find our spot back. I'm gonna get it. So you seem to be the one who found this clip, Sam Miguel. So how did you find this clip? What's going on?
Okay, so I actually started maybe about a month ago. I got in contact with a Sakari brother, Puerto Rican brother from Florida, who does the same thing, who I saw a video of in Orlando. And he just happened to come up because I was looking into the 10 tribes, their 10 tribes claim, which they go to 2nd Ezra 13 and say this whole, this voyage over the, through the seas and the oceans, and the 10 tribes ended up in America. That's what they teach. So I've been noticing that that's actually that's one of their biggest weak spots, is that their so-called breakdown of 2nd Ezra chapter 13, verse 40 through 47. And so this guy comes up, and I wanted to see if what they say when they get to a certain verse where it says that the Israelites went through a country which is called Arsarat. They always change the verbiage and say to a country, which changes the whole meaning of a verse. And they do it so seamlessly. So I wanted to get videos. I wanted to get footage of this. And I ended up commenting on one of his videos from this guy from Sakari. He sends me a link to go do a debate. And we literally did it like the next day, I believe it was. And I guess they saw that video. They saw that debate, some of these guys from Watchmen for Israel. And they sent me an email, and they asked me to do a debate. So then I started looking into them. And this is the type of stuff that I found here. So I made a video kind of just showing some of these clips. But it was a very short video. Like I said, I don't know their history. I don't know how they got started, but they seem to be growing rapidly.
Yeah, they haven't been on YouTube. It doesn't seem like all that long, and the channel, you could say it's kind of blowing up.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what amazes me is how much of a following they get. That's what's so interesting to me, because it's like for so many people to believe in lies, it's like it's amazing, and then not have a good response either for a lot of their beliefs, like how they just use pseudo archaeology, like the Las Lunas Decalogue stone. They threw that at me. When I was doing the debate, the Sakari brother threw that pseudo archaeology at me, and these guys do the same thing.
Yeah.
And it's interesting.
So this particular clip, how would you describe what we're about to see? Because I'm gonna play the audio here. By the way, everyone, there's gonna be foul language and stuff like that. So if you're easily offended and all that, you might want to go ahead and check out. But how would you describe what we're about to watch? Because we're going to this certain interaction with a white gentleman who seems to be somewhat inebriated. I think he's enjoyed himself a little bit that night out there in Orlando. And it seems like he walks by and then they call him back to talk to him, right? That was the sense I got of the video. He's off camera at first, but it seems like he walks by and they say, come here, we want to talk to you, which is a common thing I've noticed with these guys. If there's nothing happening, they'll call someone over, even if it's like a drunk guy.
I think he stopped on his own
at first.
Yeah, I think so. I gotta watch it again because I gotta watch it.
All right, so let's see here. Let's find it.
Nor have so let's not have look
Cry.
on the other side.
See that, man? You might bowing down before the middle of the room. That's why you gotta go to work, because you're an Israelite.
Okay. So that's why you gotta go to work.
I think where that one starts at, man, you know what? I don't think I have the timestamp.
No, I got it lined up.
Okay.
So we're gonna look a little bit before what happened. So everyone settled in. Let's watch Watchmen for Israel. We're not gonna comment a lot in the beginning, so just watch.
Go ahead.
Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit.
See that? The Lord said they're gonna be brought down to hell, man. You got that? Bring it out. Because Esau being wicked, man. They ain't getting no blood. You know what I'm saying? How you doing, brother? You got a couple minutes of the words of the Lord? All right, brother. You're an Israelite. Yeah, you is. Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
And that's why you got to go to work, because you're an Israelite. That's right.
Hey, what is that about? That's why you got to go to work, because you're in Israel. I think he's saying it's proof you're enslaved. Don't you think that's what he's trying to say? That's why. And notice, though, what's the one thing you need to know before you die if I never see you again? Nothing about... Yeah, nothing, not even there's only one God, nothing about read the Bible, nothing about Jesus is Lord. It's, you're an Israelite. And notice, they didn't have a conversation with him. They didn't ask him who his father was. They're judging it based upon the way this man looks. I got to go to work. I don't got time. You're an Israelite. No, I'm not. This guy's funny, whoever he is. You're an Israelite. That's why you got to go to work. We just proved it to you.
We gotta find this guy.
Yeah. Hey, this guy, we got to call him the Jake who has to work. All right, let's watch this.
All right.
he's still talking.
This is Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee.
Right? So the Lord said shame is getting ready to cover the white man. And that's already started, you know.
Notice it didn't say the white man. I just want everyone to point out, like, and if it's all of Israel's enemies, why is it? They're saying it's the white man, but notice they're just saying it's the white man. But it's so silly. They'll read a verse and they'll say shame's covering the white man. Where did the verse say the white man? But okay.
Today, that's why you got all these Edomites coming and bowing down. They think it's us. No, the Lord got these damn Edomites bowing down before the middle of the Lord, huh?
We might play some video too of Edomites bowing down to them. Miguel sent me a bunch of clips of that, or that could be its own separate show. We'll see how much time we have.
Because that's that shame, man. When we confront them and bring these things to their attention, that shame cover them, man. All right? And the Spirit of the Lord make them bow down through the Spirit. Right?
I want to bring that out, though. Check this out. Hebrew Israelites who have people bow down to them play a trick. It's a bait and switch. Let me show everyone what it is real quick. They'll make a person, usually of European descent, feel bad about what happened during transatlantic slave trading, or the transatlantic slave trade. And then they'll say, well, you know, and I've seen this in the videos that Sam Miguel sent me of this particular camp. And then they'll be like, hey, so if you really feel bad, you know, you want to, like, sometimes they'll even say repent, but make atonement. They'll say something like that. Then show how sorry you are and kiss our feet. And then after or during when this happens, they'll read a verse about Israel through the Lord conquering her enemies. And then they'll say, look, this says that they'll lick our feet, da-da-da. But it'll be a verse about God giving them victory over enemies. Here's my point. The way they get people almost always to bow down is not because they're recognizing their true nationality or that they recognize their royalty or kings or something like that, right? They get them to do it by making them feel sad for them as victims. But then they'll say, look, this verse says our enemies will come when we conquer them. And it's like, hold up. That's not the pretense under how you got those people to bow down. So I find it very it's disgusting in itself, whatever, but it's very also dishonest. Do you guys see what I'm saying? How they're versus what they say it is versus what's happening?
Yeah, it's manipulation at its finest. It's, you know, and deceptive as well. That, you know, it's all like you said, it's always framed as your people did this.
Yeah.
Not it's not like this guy is recognizing how wonderful these Israelite people are, holy and worthy and majestic, and he's like, wow, man, I know y'all the Israelites, I know y'all are holy, man. It's like you already have these guilt-ridden white people that are, I don't know, probably going through some kind of mental breakdown anyway, and here they are just feeling bad about the situation you put them in, and that's why they go down and kiss your foot. And it's always disgusting how most of them do it. It's like, really, like, why would you even want someone to do that? It's kind of weird.
I'll pass on having any person kiss my shoe, but I'm gonna have to say no times two for a fellow grown man to kiss my foot. But here we go.
Because anybody can't do that. Half down, Esau down, bow down, man, like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's that shame. They are ashamed. They know it. They know what we saying is true, and they believe. And them Edomites believe that, man. Go ahead. Because one thing about Esau, these damn Edomites, they believe in history, man. That's why a lot of times you can't just, you know, you're going through the prophecy, but if you go through the history and kind of break it down, we had a slide, you show them the picture. They know that happened, that's history. And then you link it up with the scripture.
I like how he's saying we go to other sources, like, where these guys aren't really sola scriptura, you know?
Go ahead.
And thou shalt be cut off forever. And that in the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, the foreigners enter into his gates and cast lots upon Jerusalem. Even thou was as one of them.
And I remember me and Andrew, and we was kind of new, you know what I'm saying? And we read the whole book of Obadiah, and we was breaking it. Yeah, Edomite was just bawling, just sitting there crying. The kids start crying. I had two little Edomite kids, the husband, the wife, and the kid. They were just sitting there just crying.
What kind of grown man exalts in making children cry? I think that's the definition of like sociopath or something.
Yeah.
Who would be elated because they're making a child cry? Imagine how many levels of wrong you have to be excited because I remember that time I made a little child cry.
It was like for him, it was like oh man, you recount stories of the first time you made an Edomite cry. Like, man, you remember that time I was doing the faith?
Yeah, it is like that. It's like Christians when they sit around and do testimonials of like the first time they had answered prayer, or the first time they saw someone come to the Lord, or something like that, right? For Hebrews, it's like, I remember the first time I made a little white boy cry. Man, that day will live forever in my memory. Sam Miguel, did you guys sit around and share memories like this when you were a Hebrew Israelite? Miguel? Yo, where you at, bro? Where you at, man? You've muted yourself. Why are you muting yourself, bro? I can't unmute you when you've muted yourself. Well, you're still muted, so we'll have to play it. Come back to us.
While we reading it to them, man. Because it hit their spirit. They understood, man.
Take it. Yeah.
They was balling, man.
Take it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they believed they was Edomite. We broke it down to them.
Yeah.
I'm like, I say, damn, we read the whole damn chapter, man. I mean, the whole book of Obadiah. Go ahead.
Verse 12. But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother and the day that he became a stranger. Neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Neither shouldest thou have spoken.
So the Lord said they shouldn't have damn rejoiced over our affliction, right? Go ahead.
It's funny, again. So the Lord said they shouldn't rejoice over our affliction. Now, historically, everybody in real life, part of the problem with the kingdom of Edom, or Idumea as it's later called, is that they did rejoice in Israel's destruction and affliction. I guess you could say Judah, but the people of God, right? This is one of the problems why there's oracles given against them. But here's what's interesting, again. They literally just got done recounting how they made a little boy cry, and they're excited about it. And then they're saying there's a problem, right, with rejoicing in affliction. Again, it's all about, we can rejoice in your affliction, you can't rejoice in our affliction. It's not, there's no there's no objective standard with these guys. Anyways, Miss Sammy goes back with it, so that's good.
Neither
So
shouldest
it's their own fault, man. Go ahead.
Neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of thy stress.
Y'all can come through here. We want to talk to y'all. Come on here.
Yeah, he called him
Come on
over.
here. Go ahead.
So
Verse 13.
So that was at 1:16:39. Hey, y'all, come over here. We want to talk to you. Come over here. I think that's the guy you're about to see. So my contention from what I was able to tell in this video is they called this drunk man over to them. Let's see.
Does not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity.
Right.
Yea, thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands.
Hold on.
You saying white, black?
See? Is there someone else they called over? Now, hypothetically, it could have been someone else. But it seems like that's the guy they called over, right?
Yeah, that's what it seems like to me.
So it seems like to me.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But, all right, continuing on here. So this is at 1:16 in the video about Esau still being mad.
Matter.
It do matter. Everything matters.
Everything matters as long as everybody is good in their heart. Right?
What does the white man know about anything good? Name one good thing white people have done besides rape, robbery, and murder. You know what? You need to back up. Get his brother straight.
You already know where this is going to go.
Oh, yeah. This guy has no clue what he walked into. You know, he could tell.
You can already tell the gentleman.
Look at his eyes. He's like, oh, I messed up.
I don't think he's very. And I want to know, does this gentleman in the yellow have fringes on? It appears he doesn't have fringes. If you're not fringes, you're not spiritual.
I think he does. You probably just can't see it.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Okay. I'm saying according to their doctrine. But all right, here we go.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. All right, so let's
Give him some more space. Give him about 6 feet.
How much you want, right?
About 6 feet.
COVID restrictions.
Let's do
COVID restrictions. This is funny, man.
Yeah.
This is funny.
perspective, right? Right? Let's do perspective. Everybody agree?
You don't care about the white man's perspective. Your perspective is fucked up.
No.
White people got a fucked up perspective.
Right. Do they?
Yeah.
Or does other people have
You know what this reminds? You know what this reminds me of, Vocab? I was watching you on Sonetta with Jabari.
Oh
and
yeah,
how,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know, he was saying how you couldn't comment on anything Kemet because of your ancestry. It's kind of like it's the same thing. It's the same type of thinking.
Yeah. It's so I just had fun with it, right? I was just like, you know, I really appreciate Jabari being here for the very last conversation we're ever gonna have. You know, hey, yeah. Even though he's I got his little blank screen on Kdub, so yeah, stay a little bit more there because now we have less space each. But you look good right now. You look good, man. Look like you've been working out, man. I need to get your regimen, man. You're looking nice and lean or something. Nice and
man.
You've been running around the block or something. All right, so yeah, JP Davis makes a point because we know how these guys are. Oh, so now COVID is an issue for them. I mean, these guys are so funny. If you watch enough Hebrew Israelite videos, for them to say COVID restrictions, it's just so funny. They will literally use any kind of pretense for just shenanigans. It's like there's no sense of being genuine with these gentlemen.
No, white people got it.
White people do.
Yes.
Yes.
Why?
Good job.
Why?
I'm gonna show you. Give me your perspective.
Why? No.
Give me
this
your
is you.
perspective.
No, this is you.
I'm gonna show
Why?
you. Read that.
Why? Go ahead.
I'm gonna show you.
Verse 13.
No,
What,
read
no,
verse.
where
Read verse.
are you reading from? Where are you reading from?
Yeah, read that.
Where are you reading? No, where are you reading from?
The Bible.
Okay. For thy violence.
You believe in the Bible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Go ahead, read that.
For thy violence against thy brother Jacob.
For the so-called white man's violence, all right, against God's chosen people. Read.
Shame shall cover thee.
What the Lord say?
Shame shall cover
The
thee.
Lord says, shame shall cover thee. Read.
And thou shalt be cut off
And thou shalt
forever.
what?
And thou shalt be cut off forever.
So the Lord said, white people are going to be cut off forever. Read.
In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the
Come on to
strangers,
verse 15.
15, for the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen.
Go ahead.
As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee.
And the Lord said, in a damn thing you can say, what you did to us is about to happen to you. Read.
Thy reward
Uh-huh.
shall return upon thy own head.
So what the white man did, guess what? It's about to return on your own head. We're not going to stop till we done. So wait, read.
For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain,
Read.
so shall all the heathen drink continually.
Okay.
Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down.
You guys notice this? I feel like it's a newer trend for the Hebrew Israelites of the One West variety when they take their staffs out of camp when someone makes a point.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it's like irritating because it doesn't sound good. You know, it's like it's like kind of you know, like banging your hand on the podium or something like that. I guess that's what they're accomplishing, but I think they just like, hey, we got these sticks to hit people with. What else can we use them for? Oh, I know, Woody Woodpecker.
Multi-purpose.
Yeah, they gotta have more than one use besides to stave off Edomites because of COVID restrictions.
They shall be as though they had not been.
Go ahead.
But upon the Mount
And the Lord said, the
Zion,
so-called white man is going to be like he never existed. Read.
but upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance,
Uh-huh.
and there
So
shall
the
be
Lord is going to
holiness,
deliver the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indian. Read.
and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possession.
Read.
And the house of
We almost
Jacob
done. We almost
shall
done.
be
Okay,
a
back
fire.
up.
All right, you're almost done.
Go ahead.
And the house of Jacob shall be a
So the
fire,
house of Jacob is going to be a fire. Read.
and the house of Joseph a flame,
Uh-huh.
and the house of Esau
In the house of Esau, the white man. Read.
for stubble.
For stubble.
For stubble.
What is stubble? Read. Read.
And they shall kindle in them,
And we're going to burn y'all ass up. Read.
and devour them.
And what?
And devour them.
Devour y'all. Read.
Is this
This is
are
This
they
is wild.
advocating cannibalism here? By the way, just so everyone knows what they're reading from, they are reading from Obadiah chapter 1. This is Obadiah chapter 1. And just so everyone understands what this is really about, this is an oracle from the prophet Obadiah against Edom, sometimes called Seir, Seir. A little bit of background. The land of Edom lay south and east of the Dead Sea, from something called the Wadi Zered to the Gulf of Aqaba. And so when you look at it, one thing that is important about a lot of their territory or the terrain is its high elevation, up to 1,000 meters, according to one source I have in front of me. A lot of rocky areas, very mountainous. And there's traffic routes that pass through there, something called the King's Highway and something that was just simply the road along the Arabah. And so the Edom having control over the north-south trade, they got kind of rich from it, even though they were a smaller kingdom. But that also made them a target for attack. Now, the Bible describes Edom as descendants of Esau. The Hebrews' contention here is that they just assume it. It's part of their doctrine, is that white folks are also descendants of Esau. So picture this. That means in Israel, there was a bunch of folks living there comprised of 12 tribes. So you'd have people who look like modern day black folks, as well as people who look like modern day Puerto Ricans, modern day Dominicans, and you could maybe say Native Americans, proto-Native Americans, proto-Cubans, proto-Mexicans, everyone from South America, basically, Haitians. All those people were in the land of Israel, okay? Because that's their 12 tribes chart. And then below them in the area of Edom are people who are all white. So white that when they go out in the sun, they burn and turn red. So this is the Hebrew Israelite picture of the ancient Middle East, sometimes called the ancient Near East, which they won't like that term. But so understand. So they're taking all these prophecies against the kingdom of Eden as being against white people. And a lot of times they'll kind of just slip in there that it's as if it's against America. So I just want to give people the actual background from Obadiah chapter 1 that they're reading from, because we're not laughing at God's word. We're laughing at their interpretation and their behavior about it. I want people to understand that.
Right.
There shall be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken.
The Lord said it's not going to be no more white people.
All right. Hey,
The Lord said there will be no more white people in America. Did you hear him just say that?
Man, I'm listening. What I was laughing about is like how much he's inserting into the text. You know, like the text will say something about Esau. They're the white man. You know, there's destroying in America. It's like he has to add so much to the text. And another thing that's really disturbing is just how much they look forward to like killing someone. I mean, let's be real with what he's saying. He looks forward. It reminds me of you dealing with Sakari and the I forget his name, Captain or whatever his name is, talked about slaying. He just wants one white man to pretty much sacrifice himself as a burnt offering, I guess. Like he's literally saying burnt offering.
And he says, I'll say, thank you very much. You're a good white man as I slit your throat.
Right, exactly. And so that attitude is very common amongst the Israelites, Black Hebrew Israelites. They have it in their heart to kill. And I just think that's something that needs to be pointed out.
And who Kdub does the Bible say, according to Jesus Christ, is a murderer from the beginning?
Hey, Satan, man. The devil and his children. Right. The children are like him, you know. They desire to murder.
Exactly right. I mean, San Miguel, did you read these verses back in the day when you're a Hebrew Israelite and get excited about them?
Yeah. I used to go into Isaiah chapter 14, verse 21. That's a favorite, to show that you need to punish the children. Mm-hmm. All white people, which is, I believe it's just talking about the king of Babylon when you read it. And how they just insert white people in there for anything, you name it, Babylonians, Chaldeans, Assyrians. They could just reframe it and rephrase it as, the white man, the enemy, the boogeyman.
Yeah, basically anybody that's anytime that you see judgment, they'll try to throw it in there.
Yeah, exactly.
So you see the Bible saying house of Esau will be stubble, subject to basically the flames of God's judgment. Notice how they keep on saying, we're going to do this to you. But even in the text, Yahweh is the actor here. Set fire, consume. You see that? No survivors, basically. Now, what's interesting is there is a historical end to Edom. Now, there's key flashpoints of when it happened, but there's also this gradual decline as well, meaning there's a time where you can mark, okay, this is the beginning of the end. And by the time you really get to the end of the first century, it's almost impossible to find any mention of an Edomite or a Dumia referring to them in the historical sense. Someone might say, oh, but the rabbis refer to Rome as Edom. Yes, the rabbis transferred essentially Israel's arch enemy instead of being Edom, instead making that kind of a code word for Rome. You can find that in the rabbinical literature, but they're never saying it's literally Edom. So when I talk about a distinct group, ethnically speaking, a distinct nation, a distinct kingdom, any of that kind of thing, you never see any record of this past the first century. And there is a real end to the kingdom of Edom. And that's why for a long time, archaeologists didn't even know where Edom's kingdom was. It took them a while to find it. That's a whole archaeological element we can get into. I have some sources I could share with you if you'd like to know more. But they're dealing with elements of real history and archaeology, because Edom's kingdom really was ended. But they're bypassing that. They have to say Edom never ended. So it's funny because traditionally one element of Bible prophecy that a lot of apologists have referred to in the 20th century as evidence of prophecy being a reality are the oracles against Edom. You can find it, especially in older apologetic books, when they were closer to the discovery of these kingdoms and realizing how thorough the vanquishing was. But they take that as, no, it wasn't that, because it hasn't happened yet, and so they're still around. But think about this, everyone. Just like they try to say that a bunch of Israelites went into Africa, they basically make it sound like almost all of Israel was emptied into Africa, right? They have to basically do the same thing with Edom. When is there evidence of a massive migration and transplant of the Edomites into Europe? You guys ever want, like, they have to prove this massive exodus, and it's this tiny little speck. It's not even as big as Israel, I don't think. Edom wasn't. That's my understanding. I think it's roughly the size of Jordan. It might be, maybe it's roughly around it. I'm just saying it's not that big is my point. Not that large. And that managed to be the progenitors for all the people that would be in Europe. I mean, think just Russia alone. Think about that. Russia. Think about how large Russia is. But it's not just Russia. It's Germany. It's France. It's some parts of Italy. It's Austria. I guess it would be the Australians. It's England. It's Ireland. It's Scotland. It's Serbia. It's Bosnia. Do you guys understand? It's Romania. It's Albania. We could just go. It's the Ukraine. We could just keep on going. All these, and they're all there. It's just utterly ridiculous. Like this concept that they have, but they're getting from Obadiah 1. This guy doesn't know what they're saying, though. He's drunk, right? He doesn't even know what's happening. He just knows that he heard them say some bad stuff about white people.
Back up.
There's the first push. Now, was that a hard push? No, but imagine if a white guy did that to them.
Hey, they shall drink.
Is he really so close that you should push him? I'm just.
And they shall swallow down. And they shall be as though they had not been.
Go ahead.
But upon the Mount
And
Zion,
the so-called white man, it's going to be like he never existed. Read.
but upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there
So
shall
the
be
Lord is
holiness.
going to deliver the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians.
Where does it say that? And I mean, you can't see it because we're here. He has his phone in his hand. He's standing on one leg. You know, he's like doing that weight shift thing. My point is, the man in no way, he has clearly like a relaxed posture. I mean, he's a little tipsy. He's not being like some hyper aggressive dude, right?
No.
Like you were saying, where they got to push him out of the way, but the sticks haven't come out yet.
And there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possession.
You guys,
And the house of Jacob shall be a fire.
Alright, you're almost done. Go ahead.
And the
See, he stepped to him just now, bro.
house of Jacob shall be a
The
fire.
house of Jacob is going to be a fire, read.
And the house of Joseph a flame.
Uh-huh.
And the house of Esau
In the house of Esau, the white man, read.
for stubble.
For stubble.
For stubble.
What is stubble? Stubble. Yeah. Read.
He doesn't. He's so what is stubble? Stubble. Yep. I don't even think you can define basic words at this point. Stubble. Yep.
Yeah, he's super drunk.
Yeah. It reminds me of a situation where I had a guy who was trying to sell me a car, and I didn't have that much information. I was younger. I don't know much of that now either, but I had a friend who was a mechanic who was super sharp. And so this guy was telling me all this stuff, but I didn't know a lot of what he was saying. I had a feeling he was trying to snow me over. So I brought my buddy over, and my buddy started mentioning all this technical stuff. He's like, and every time he did, the guy who was trying to sell me the car, who acted like he knew what he was talking about, literally just repeated whatever my mechanic friend said. He's like, oh, it's got the double Hemi. Oh, yeah, the double Hemi for sure. Oh, I see you've got the injection. Oh, yeah, they got the injection. And I was like, yeah, it was the funniest thing I ever saw because the guy clearly didn't know what he was saying. This reminds me of that, where someone doesn't know what they're talking about and they just repeat, yeah, stubble, yeah, stubble.
And they shall kindle in them.
And we're going to burn y'all ass up, read.
And devour them.
And what?
And devour them.
Devour y'all, read.
And there shall be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken.
The Lord said it's not going to be no more white people. All right.
Hey, man, get your
Back up, man. Back up.
He even said, I'm sorry, but here we go. Here we go. Step one. And he's being compliant. But
They act like they own that block. Like
yes,
he
they
had
do.
he has much a right to that space as they do. Okay, of course he shouldn't be all up in their grill, which you could tell this man is drunk. He's not intentionally doing it, but you ever hung around a drunk person? They always got to be like close up to you, like yell everything, got to touch you. That's just what that guy seems to be doing. I've had this same experience going out preaching, but they don't.
Yeah, this area though, this whole area is close to where all the clubs are.
There you go.
So yeah, and they got to go out there on a Friday and Saturday nights. That area gets flooded with drunk people just walking around. So the environment is already bad, and now you're gonna throw in your racism and your cult, your shaming, and all of that. It's
hey, JP Davis said, "Poor guy had way too many brews that night."
Yeah,
in more ways than one, right?
Right.
Too many brews, bro. He wasn't ready for all them brews. These aren't the friendly brews.
COVID restrictions, tighten up.
COVID restrictions, tighten up. This is funny, man. The pretense of these guys.
You got one more time, man. Okay.
Notice he just grabbed a stick. So he didn't have that stick before. So you can't tell me these guys don't have an aggressive posture waiting to do something like this. And also, if you purposely engage drunk folks, like, they're not going to be exactly, but he's not aggressive. Even when he tapped his shoulder, it was all like kind of soft, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so now we got the stick out. Man in the orange got the stick. Oh, he does have fringes, by the way. I see his fringes. So you are spiritual, by the way, because they say if you have fringes, you're spiritual.
Stop getting close. Back up.
Wrong, man. I can hear you from over here.
You can talk from over there, man. Just respect your space. That's all we ask.
Weaponized COVID breathing out.
Whatever you want. This guy's the leader. I can tell. The drunk man's claiming discernment.
Shut up.
What? Why? So I don't know what's up with this guy either, but listen to the response. It's pretty funny.
Don't talk to a king like that.
Say what you gotta say, Esau.
Don't talk to a king like that. We're gonna burn your A up. Don't talk to a king like that.
What are you trying to achieve, right? What do you want to achieve, right? You want union, right?
No.
Let me tell you.
You want unity, right? No.
No, hell, he has no clue.
That's what you guys want, right? No. The sad thing is, this is real people,
Right.
But it's so comedic because it's so tragic. You just have to.
Hey, from a white perspective, right? From a white perspective.
They don't care about your perspective, bro.
You guys want to know, right?
No.
What has happened? 40s, 30s, 50s, 60s, 70s. What has happened?
2021.
1492.
1492.
Right. So what has happened, right? It's not so much discrimination. What has happened is this leftover discrimination.
You guys are a victim of residual discrimination. This is drunk racial theology. Like, he's not gonna.
He's trying to appeal. He's trying to appeal to them, like get them on this, like he's gonna appease them. There's no appeasing. There's nothing you're gonna say that's gonna get you in right standing with these guys.
Especially if they think they're the kings of the earth,
Right.
Their expectations are crazy.
Yeah.
Remember, he already said the white perspective is F. So this isn't about what's right or wrong. Again, it's very centralized and subjective based upon something ethnic for them. But here we go.
It's a new one. No. Hey, you guys want to be real? You want to be real? You want to talk?
Y'all
you want to talk
going into
real?
slavery, man.
No. You want
Y'all going into slavery, man. If he would hear that, it's like, oh, okay, well, let me go on down the block. What do you?
to talk real? Because none of y'all been in slavery. Ain't none of y'all been in slavery? Hey.
Uh-oh. You want to comment on that real quick? I got to mute this. Let me let you guys comment a second.
Yeah, I'll let San Miguel piggyback off this, but this is their whole reincarnation doctrine. So they would argue they have been in slavery because they are the reincarnated people who have been enslaved. I don't know if you want to touch more on that, San Miguel, but I'm sure they would argue something like that, right?
I think so. Yeah, something like that. But I mean, my thing, it's funny how their expectations are like they don't hold everybody else to the same standards. So it's not much that you can expect from these guys, really, man. When it comes to that whole slavery thing, it's like they, like we touched on it before, they're already okay with slavery. So what can you expect from these guys?
Let me give a shout out to the live chat here. Shout out to Nate2D2. Shout out to D-New. Happy birthday. Shout out to Andrea. How you doing? Shout out to Apologetic Soundbite. Shout out to Robski. What's up, Robski? Hey, Maggie. How you doing? How you doing? Greg. How you doing? Liza J. How you doing? Also, who else we got? Paul Wahid. Thank you for being a faithful brother supporter. What's up, Gregory Gill? Thanks, Nate, for helping out Gregory Gill when he asked about resources. Appreciate that, brother. Shout out to JP. Hey, what's up, Jose in the house? And who else we got up in here? We got Daryl Miller. Shout out to you as well. We are watching Watchmen for Israel in Orlando, Florida. We are now going to dub them the Hebrew Israelite camp that hits people with sticks, or we could call them the cult that hits people with sticks. Shout out to Keith and shout out to Nick. Here we go. And of course, special guest today, we got Sam, Miguel, and Kdub. Here it comes.
Ain't none of y'all been in slavery. Ain't none of my people.
You going into slavery,
That's
man.
right.
Give me the book of Revelation 13 and 9. Give me Jeremiah 30 and 16, man. You a slave and you going into slavery.
Right, listen,
You damn devil.
listen.
Read that.
He can
This
yell.
is Revelation
He can
chapter 13, verse 9.
Bring it out.
If any man has an ear,
You wanna hear
let him
something
hear.
from a white guy.
He that leadeth
Do you guys want to yell, or do you want to hear something from a white guy? They want to yell, bro.
Hey, this is kind of funny, man. The drunk guy is actually the more reasonable, calm, level-headed guy in the room. If the people who aren't on any drugs and are inebriated in any manner are like acting funny.
It's like, remember Jeff Foxworthy? You know you're a redneck if you use your keys as a Q-tip in your ear, right? Something like that, right? With this, you know you're a one-wester if the drunk guy is more rational than you. You know, that's the way to know. By the way, what they're about to read there is Revelation chapter 13, verses 9 and 10. It's a classic verse that they use to say there's going to be retribution. But what I want to show everyone is the quick way to deal with that is by starting in verse 1. Now, usually they won't let you get all the way through. So if you can't do all of 1, skip even to 4. And here's where I want to show you the key to deal with their interpretation. Revelation 13:4 says, "And they worshipped the dragon, for he had given his authority to the beast. And they worshiped the beast, saying, who is like the beast and who can fight against it?" So here you have a situation. This is an eschatological passage. It's dealing with apocalyptic literature. It's dealing with the vision that Jesus gives to John. And here you have this interplay between the dragon and the beast, and one is giving authority and power to the other, and it's saying who can fight against. So this is just the followers. Now watch this, because this is showing the Lord is in control, even of the persecution of the church. Verse 5, "And the beast was given a mouth uttering haughty and blasphemous words, and it was allowed to exercise authority for 42 months. Now, who would set a timetable? Obviously, the beast isn't saying, I'm just going to have 42 months. Obviously, it's not the dragon. This is the Lord saying for 42 months, 3.5 years, you will be able to do that. That's important. This is all under the hand of God. Watch verse 6. "It opened its mouth to utter blasphemies against God, blaspheming his name and his dwelling, that is, those who dwell in heaven." So notice the offended party here would be Yahweh, right? Verse 7. "And it also was allowed to make war on the saints and to conquer them." So verse 7 is the interpretive key. Now I'm trying to give you more context just to show you how wrong they are, but verse 7 is the key. And let's say Sam Miguel's with us. He's an ex-Hebrew Israelite. We brought him on because he knows a lot about these groups and we appreciate his presence. Even if he doesn't hold the scriptures as the word of God, he still can understand some interpretive things. And someone like a Sam Miguel, so whoever you are listening, should be able to see, oh, this is saying something about the beast being allowed to do something. And what's it allowed to do? Also was allowed to make war on the saints and to conquer them. So that's the key. That's the key. Notice that? This is saying that it's going to be allowed to make war on the saints and to conquer them. Now, we understand that's the church. They would understand that just as Hebrew Israelites. But it's still important. Does everyone see that? Allowed to make war on the saints and to conquer them. "And authority was given it over every tribe and people and language and nation." So whoever this is has a charge of essentially the world and is able to conquer the saints. That's important. "And all who dwell on the earth will worship it," obviously except for the saints. "Everyone whose name has not been written before the foundation of the world in the book of the life of the Lamb who was slain. If anyone has an ear, let him hear." That means understand what's being said. And here's the proper interpretation of this. Verse 10. If anyone is to be taken captive, to captivity he goes. If anyone is to be slain with the sword must he be slain. So this is saying the saints are going to be conquered. Some, it is God's predetermined will that some will go into captivity. Others will be martyred, means killed for their faith. And that's why the next verse says, here's a call for endurance and faith of the saints. Why would you need endurance if this is a passage about you getting wrecking shop on your enemies? You would need endurance if this is saying this is what's going to happen to the saints. I just want to bring that out because they always go to Revelation 13, 9, and 10, and their interpretation of it is woefully wrong.
Yep, definitely.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, that's one of their popular scriptures, I was going to say.
Yeah, Revelation 13, 9, 10.
He that leadeth into captivity. He that leadeth into captivity.
He that leadeth into captivity, read.
Shall go into captivity.
This Edomite going?
Shall go into captivity.
This nasty red devil
Shall go into captivity.
This dragon going?
Shall go into captivity.
Going into slavery, read.
He that killeth with the sword
Read.
Must be killed with the sword.
You're going to be killed with the sword.
Which one is it? You can't go into captivity and be killed with a sword unless they're saying you go into captivity, then you're killed with a sword. But notice the passage even is saying it's one or the other for each person.
Right.
And if you kill everyone with the sword, then how are you gonna have any slaves left, right?
All right. Isaiah 30.
Bring it out.
Listen. No, stop.
30.
Listen, you get a chance. I get a chance. You get a chance. I get a chance.
Jeremiah 30, verse 16.
No.
Was that the first time they pushed him? Did they push him just now?
He gave him like 2 little jabs with the stick.
Yeah,
he's so drunk he don't even realize he got jabbed with it.
Yeah, it seems like he's kind of taking it in stride, right?
Yeah, watch.
Here, let's rewind this. I wish I had a slow motion on this. So they're pointing at him with the stick. They're yelling at him again for a drunk guy. I mean, I guess he's doing. Here you go.
Watch this.
Here you go, everyone. The cult that hits people with sticks. Oh,
Yeah.
you see that one?
Yeah.
He like almost knocked him off his balance.
He's unfazed though.
I know, that's what's funny about it. He's like, but don't you guys want to hear the white man's perspective? He's like, I can't leave until I give them the white man's perspective.
That's funny.
Gosh, he just doesn't understand. He's so surprised.
Why would y'all hit me?
Yeah, guys, I'm just here to give you the white man's perspective. Look, he's gearing up. You can see on the side there. Look, he's on. He's got that try face. He's got that try face on. He knows what he's to do.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I got him. That probably hurt a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it did. That bamboo stick, man.
Yeah, it's like even when someone pokes you in the side real hard, it's kind of like, hey, that kind of hurt more than I thought, man. You know, this dude, he's like, oh. He's drunk though. That's a superpower right now.
Yeah, he's like fell into the cameraman.
2 cattle prodding him around.
He didn't feel that one.
I wonder if he keeps that stick when he's like chilling in his house or something. Does he put it in the trunk of his car and drive off?
Yeah, he's at all times. That's equivalent to a Second Amendment. So they'll say it's a staff. And I asked him about this one time, and I had the guy in Sakari say, Moses carried a staff, so why can't I?
Right, yeah.
But it's like Moses didn't use his staff to put. He was old, man. He was like 120 at the end. It wasn't designed to push people around like a cattle prod. You know what I'm saying? Really, this is a way for them to have a weapon without it looking like them having a weapon. You know what I mean? That's what's up. That's why they pick it up in times of extenuating circumstances or when they think it's extenuating, COVID restrictions and all that. So let's watch it one more time and then here we go.
Bring it out.
Listen. No, stop.
30.
One. You don't stop nothing. So this is actually the second physical contact because they pushed him once before. So now we've elevated.
You get a chance. I get a chance. You get a chance. I get a chance.
Jeremiah 30, verse 16.
Therefore,
all they
I'll walk.
that devour thee shall be devoured.
You want a white person
all
to walk?
that is not
Or do you guys want to really?
Poor guy. They have pushed you with a stick twice.
You don't get it, man.
What is giving this guy the impression they want to hear his opinion?
I have no idea.
Now, if the brother was a Christian and he wasn't drunk and he was sharing the gospel, you know, that's different. But if he's there to share the white perspective, come on, bro.
Right.
Understand what's brothers.
Read again from the top.
Do you understand what brotherhood is?
Oh, we have a special Hebrew Israelite who has joined us, and he says, it's commanded that all makes carry a staff, and a staff is a weapon. King David is said to kill Goliath with staff slingshot, not a sling bow. All right. So we have Mikama, and he is saying it's commanded for all males to carry a staff.
But notice even in what he's quoting, like the David and Goliath, it's not commanded. It's a description of what happened, not for you to go and do likewise. So it's like this is where they.
I'm fascinated by his interpretation that David was carrying a staff slingshot.
Right. Yeah, that itself is odd as well. What's this big long? What is like two sticks? Like he's just like launching that thing back. No wonder he got killed.
Oh man, have you heard this? Hey, San Miguel, have you heard this? That all Israelite males are commanded to carry a staff. Did you guys teach that in ICGJC?
No, and we wouldn't go out to camp with a staff.
No,
we wouldn't do that. No, we that wasn't part of the materials that we needed. You know, we needed the microphone, the amplifiers,
in these hands,
the flyers, you know, the boards. But no, we didn't require a staff, and I don't remember ever going out with a staff. But when you go into the older videos of One West, you'll see Ariana and them and Masha with the staff. They used to like to go out with that back in the days. But
hey, can you imagine the group thread? Like, hey, brother, make sure y'all bring water, the Bible, the poster, and don't forget the staff.
Right.
So the Hebrew word for the type of staff Moses carried is called a matah or mateh. I'm looking it up here, and it's sometimes translated as rod. It's a staff, branch, and actually can even mean tribe. Staff, rod, shaft, branch of a vine. It can be as well. And I'm going to look up some more resources I got. I have actually never heard a Hebrew Israelite say that it's commanded for all Hebrew Israelite males to carry a staff. He is saying in Exodus 12:11. Okay, where is it commanded? Because even in the passage you're giving us, I don't see where it's commanded that you got to have a staff. That's during the Passover only. He's giving us Exodus 12:11. That's during the Passover, but the Passover is not the whole time. Yamik Ahmad, do you understand why they were said they needed to have that staff during the Passover? And if you notice the rest of the context, it says their shoes on their feet, loins girded. They have to eat it in haste. So they do it the first time because they really are about to get out of there. And every time they do it afterwards to commemorate the Exodus, it's to symbolize how they're about to get the heck out of there, right?
And why would they need, because he says staff is a weapon, why would they need this weapon to be used at the Passover where it's Israelites there, you know? I
it's like a
You're
walking.
not supposed to fight on the Sabbath.
Right.
That's all Hebrew Israelites do, though, is fight on the Sabbath. So, I mean, you see the kind of like reading, you know, that we got to deal with when you deal with these guys. Yeah, I'm fascinated. But okay, so that would be the verse you would use to say it's commanded for all males. Where is the verse that you're going to show us where David was using a staff, not a slingshot? But here, let's watch the rest of this video.
Verse 16, therefore all they that devour these shall be devoured. The Lord said a white man gonna be devoured. Read.
You guys don't want to talk.
I don't.
Listen, you don't want to.
You should have kept going, bro. You should have kept going.
You should have.
He's like, hey, I think these guys don't want to talk. Let me walk. But hold on, wait. Let me share the white perspective one more time. Because that's what he's saying he's going to give. It's like, bro,
right.
I mean, honestly, These guys have probably heard the white perspective plenty of times anyway, honestly. That's not what they need, bro.
Right.
Talk. You want to push and push and push.
Hey, 3 times. I think that's how many times they pushed him. He was keeping, this drunk man was keeping track. You want to push him, push him, push. I think they pushed him 3 times.
I think they did.
This guy's like, he's like a card counter only when he's drunk.
Who is this guy?
Because that's your agenda. Push, push, push.
That's your agenda. Push, push, push. Now you're getting it, bro. This is the cult that hits people with sticks.
Yes.
Hey, hey, I'm a white guy.
Shall go into captivity. Shall
go into captivity.
He's pointing that stick at him. Look in the right part of the screen. Even you will go to it. I'm a white guy. Yeah, they know, bro. JP Davis says it's like watching that one bug fatally attracted to that zap light. That is what it's like, bro. You should go home, go to sleep, wake up, drink some coffee, get rid of the hangover, and if you come back the next day, if you're gonna get anything accomplished, but probably just stay away, bro.
Shall go into captivity.
His face.
Right. But if you guys don't listen, if you are really intelligent, shut up.
Shall be a spoil.
You would listen. You would listen. You would listen.
He's calling him dumb.
You don't want to listen.
Get Isaiah 14.
Isaiah whatever. You don't want to listen. You know what?
We don't listen to white people no more. Get that off the block, man. Read that.
White people do not hate
White
anybody.
people are going to the...
Now what? Now this is where clearly the man is.
He can't speak for every white person that lives, man. Come on.
Clearly the man is drunk, brother. I don't think. None of us hate anyone, man. What? We don't hate anybody.
Hey, that would have been hilarious if like the KKK like walked by and was like, "What?" Like just like.
Yeah, and then you have the KKK fighting with this guy. White people. That's a new one for me. I've never heard the white races. Hey, man, we got that out of we got that out of our system in the '60s. We're pure and driven ever since then. We don't hate anybody. Us white people are the most noble on all.
Not one of us.
No, not one. This dude is funny. Does he? It's like, wait, what about the residual? What about the leftover racism he spoke about earlier? Who's perpetuating that?
You're right.
I mean, it's,
like,
I don't want to make fun of the white guy.
For white people.
I try not to make fun of the drunk guy too much, but it's also funny what he's saying.
You're right. That's funny.
Oh boy, San Miguel, comment anytime, brother. I mean, I know you're sick. We want to hear.
No, I mean, I think this is him trying to make peace, you know, and trying to, I don't know, you know, he's not coming from a Christian perspective. So right. I don't know what his angle really is. I'm just thinking, like you said from the beginning, he's somewhat inebriated here.
Yeah, because he said he believed in the Bible, but then he's like, Isaiah, whatever. Isaiah, whatever.
But then at the same time, he's like, okay, shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up. All right, shut up.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Ya Mikama. Okay, so Ya Mikama, check it out. I appreciate, you know, you're playing ball, meaning you're trying to actually give verses for your perspective. So Ya Mikama, first of all, I want to say I respect that. I appreciate you doing that, okay? I say that with all sincerity, Ya Mikama. Here he's bringing Ezekiel 7:37, which says, "Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel his companions." Now, this is a prophetic action Yahweh is instructing Ezekiel to undertake in regards to the conjoining of the tribes or the kingdoms, you could say, perhaps. This is something that is done as sort of an illustrated sermon that Ezekiel is supposed to do. And that's true that Ezekiel was supposed to do that, right? But that doesn't have anything to do with all males. Notice there's no passage in there that says all males are commanded, right? So I just want you to understand that. So he's saying, hey, if Abba says it's a command, so he's saying 2 or 3 witnesses. So he's sharing 2 passages, but it's really not commanded. But I appreciate, you know, Ya Mikama says, I don't want to take away from y'all video. So I appreciate you trying to be respectful and stuff, and I appreciate you sharing those verses, but none of those verses say all Israelite males have to carry a staff. Were you going to say something, San Miguel?
No, I was thinking earlier about when he said that none of you guys been in slavery before. I thought that was a pretty good comeback because it's true. Not to downplay anybody's experiences, but that's something that Hebrew Israelites, their doctrine relies on heavily. Is we're oppressed, we're oppressed. But here you are pushing around a person in the street with your big stick.
Right.
Yeah.
Pause.
I think it was Winston Churchill. He's talking about foreign policy, and he said, I think it was Winston Churchill. Was it an American president? Now I feel dumb. Now I forget who. Was it Teddy Roosevelt? Maybe it was Teddy Roosevelt, actually. Said, speak softly and carry a big stick. The idea was like, don't be, boisterous in your foreign policy, but then lay the hammer down if you have to. These guys' foreign policy is speak loudly and carry a big stick.
Carry a big staff.
Yeah, big staff. You look at this, where do you see, the staff or the rod being used? Like Exodus 7:19, right? Say to Aaron, take your staff and stretch out your hand over the waters of Egypt. That's before the plague came. Another time was over the land of Egypt in Exodus 10:13. So Moses stretched out his staff over the land of Egypt toward heaven. In Exodus 9:23, the Moses stretched out his staff toward heaven. The Lord sent down thunder and hail, rained on Egypt. The Lord said, this is in the 9th plague of darkness, stretch out your hand toward heaven. Well, actually, it just says hand. It doesn't actually say the staff there. But you see that it's sort of like a symbolic extension. And it's a way to show, hey, this is God's power doing this, and then Moses would do it as commanded. Now, we're not saying there's anything immoral about carrying a staff. We're just saying it's not commanded, and these guys use it to look holy, but they're really using it essentially as a weapon, as the primary thing. And that's why they beat people with sticks.
White people don't hate anybody.
We hate
White people don't hate anybody.
This is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 21. Prepare slaughter. Prepare slaughter for his children.
White people
For
don't
the
hate
iniquity.
anybody.
White people don't hate anybody. Where have you been? What is he? What? I am a little perplexed how he is even saying these things, even in a drunken state, But I guess that's what he thinks. I guess. So this conversation wouldn't have been good no matter what, whether he was drunk or not.
Maybe this guy, I don't know. I'm trying to help him out a little bit. Maybe he's saying, when he's saying white, he's just meaning him. I'm trying to think I don't know, because that's a crazy statement, but maybe he's just thinking himself. I don't know.
We are free from the sin of racism. Yeah, I was like, bro, come on now. But continuing on here.
Prepare slaughter.
The Lord said prepare
White
slaughter.
people
For
don't
his
hate
children.
anybody.
For his
Say
children.
For what?
White people
For his
don't
children.
hate.
For his what?
For his
Ooh.
children.
What is this?
For his children.
Yeah.
What?
Wait, was that 2 or 1?
That was 2.
Oh yeah, let's go back.
This guy's been assaulted like 5 times.
Here, let's get a good look at this. We got to make a
Continual
compilation.
abuse.
Huh?
It's continual abuse, man. I feel bad for this guy. This guy's chest must be like red and ribs.
Proof he's Esau because his chest is red.
Yeah, after y'all beat him.
Hey, well, these are the same guys who reveled in making children cry, so they're not gonna have a problem with pushing a drunk man around.
They're going off the block, man. Read that, man.
White people do not hate
White
anybody.
people are going into
White
slavery.
people don't
We
hate anybody.
You. We hate
White
you.
people don't hate
We
anybody.
hate
This is
you.
Isaiah
Are
chapter
the
14,
problem.
verse 21.
Get
Prepare slaughter.
What the Lord say?
Prepare slaughter
Problem.
for his children.
White people
For
don't
the
hate
iniquity.
anybody.
The congregation of white people have officially elected a drunk man in Orlando as their spokesperson, and we want to make sure the first thing they do is tell the Hebrewites we don't hate anybody. I think they got to fire this guy.
Article 1, we're not racist.
Article 1, we hate no one, but you are the problem.
White people
Prepare
don't
slaughter.
hate
The Lord
anybody.
said prepare
White
slaughter.
people
Read.
don't
For his
hate
children.
anybody.
For his
For
children.
what?
White people
For his
don't
Push.
Ooh, man, 7.
That one almost went in his neck. If you see it in the camera, because you can't see it, almost hit him in the bottom of the neck. That would hurt right there. Ugh.
Even if you're
For
drunk.
his children.
What is this?
2. What's the center of that? What's that called right there? The sternum?
Yeah,
Right? That's
Right.
what it's called, right in the sternum?
that's 8, man. That's 8 times.
Oh, man. I mean, This is a comedy of errors. But all these videos with, like, these types of videos are usually like this.
You were the children of the slave masters,
For the iniquity of their fathers.
This anybody gonna do what?
For the iniquity of their fathers.
You gonna pay for the sins of your forefathers, man.
White people do not hate.
9 and verse 13.
He's gonna come up with a new line.
Jacob have I loved. Jacob have I loved. Jacob have I loved.
He's out here to preach the gospel of white love.
But Esau have I hated. Esau have I hated.
Vote there. That's the cover image right there. Right in his little logo too. What's he got on?
I don't know. Oh,
Oh,
I know that hurt. Look at his whole
man.
shoulder's out of pocket.
Oh man. Yeah, that was like right there, his underarm, man. He said, "Shut up, man. You're the only one who's an aggressive person. The only one, bro.
Dude, leave.
Where have you been?"
Only person
Get out
that's
of people's
aggressive.
face, man.
You know what?
Put you on
Because you
your
know
ass,
what? He
right?
can videotape me, and he can look in the eyes of all these people. On the eyes of all these people. And you know what?
Ain't
White
nothing you
people
can do,
are
man.
not the
You going
people
into
that hate.
slavery, man.
They're not the white people that hate. You can, hey, what's your name? What's your name?
Don't worry about it,
Okay,
master.
exactly.
He said, "What's your name, Massa?"
Master.
He just said, "What's your name?" He said, "Don't worry about it, Massa." He said his name was, bro. What if this guy misunderstood him and straight up started calling him Massa from then on?
You know what?
Hey, this is Maggie said someone needs a. He keeps going. Someone needs to come get him. He needs to go to sleep. This is one of those situations where, like, whose white man is this? Somebody come get Uncle Jim.
Wife.
I say what?
Where's his wife at?
Somebody come get your drunk white man.
Well, somebody comes later and tries to get him.
Oh yeah, I think you're
yeah,
right at the
yeah.
end. Yeah. I
Some
think,
female.
there, somebody's like, man, you know, Carl's been out there for a long time.
Because the Democrats
I'm your
own
future
you.
slave.
What? Because the Democrats own you.
I don't know where he went into this.
Oh man, I know who this guy voted for. He's a DeSantis supporter.
Democrats own you. Democrats own you. It ain't Republican, Democrat. It's what's right.
Wait, what? It's not Republican and Democrat.
But they own you.
Oh, this guy, man.
Now he wants to talk politics.
Yeah, he switched real quick. He's like, well, if the gospel of white love won't get him, maybe this will.
When I send my kids to school, guess what?
They're gonna be my future slaves.
Wow.
When I send my kids to school, guess what? They're gonna be my future slaves. That was the
Wow.
answer.
He bangs the gavel.
Did you guys? Yeah, you saw that. Man, this thing is clip worthy. You could put this all together. When I send my kids to school, guess what? They're gonna be my future slaves.
He was not expecting that answer.
He's about to go MLK on him. He thought he was gonna get him with the MLK.
Your kids and my kids will be held in hands.
They're gonna be my future slaves.
Malachi, verse 1. Verse 3.
The kids are gonna love each other.
The kids are gonna love each other.
Esau. What the Lord say?
Hey, Esau.
What the Lord say?
He's like, I give up.
Esau.
Don't create a hate song, man.
Come.
Let me ask you. You're the leader, right? You're the leader.
Ain't he mad because the Most High took everything
mad.
from him
I'm
and
not
laid
mad,
it
bro.
waste for the dragon?
Come.
Guys, am I bad?
Whereas Edom said,
He almost fell.
we are in
Oh
power.
my
What does the
God.
devil say?
We are empowered.
Guys, am I violent? Oh man, I hope this guy was okay when he went home. I hope he doesn't have like some disease where he bruises easily. You know?
You got a bruised sternum, man. Easy,
Yeah,
easy.
seriously, man.
Man is impoverished. He don't got nothing. He don't got no skin pigmentation. He don't got no heritage. All he do is rape, rob, and murder.
That's right.
But we will return and build the desolate places. So look, America came and they built the desolate places.
Listen.
man,
That's right.
on the slaves. Read. Thus said the Lord.
How can you build desolate places?
Does anybody want to hear me?
No, desolate. Someone should close cap. Someone should subtitle this. It'd be pretty epic. How can you build desolate places though? These guys are just saying dumb stuff.
They shall build. What the Lord said?
They shall build.
The Lord said a white man was going to build.
That's great that you
Read.
can loud.
The Lord said the white man's gonna build. What? This is dumb.
But Israelites are.
You want to be loud?
Throw down.
You want to be loud? No. You want to be loud?
The border of wickedness.
Making his finger.
The border of wickedness.
You don't want to hear nothing. You don't want to hear nothing.
Against.
What's your name?
And the people against. And the people against.
Oh. That was the hardest one, man.
He's getting pushed so fast, it's blurring the camera. You know what I'm saying? You can't even see the clear definition of his face.
Can't even see in 4K.
Yeah, all you see is a white blur.
But look at how they look at their body language. They start looking around, especially the guy in the orange. They're looking for any potential witnesses, as if they want to do something else to him.
So what I'm looking at our time, everyone. We're gonna finish this video. We don't have time to do the arrest video and all the boot kissing videos, but I feel like this camp warrants some further videos. So we'll get through this one. But guys, we want to do some future videos on Watchmen for Israel in Orlando, Florida, and show you some of their boot kissing videos and the video where they got arrested, where they were going up against David Lynn. That'll be a future show. But for now, this is just a stick hitting video.
Put your name out there. 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 Put your name out there.
He just told you that, Massa. We got the medical perspective here. Dinu says they're hitting soft tissue now, not even bone. Oh man, all right. They're not done yet, though.
Yeah,
they're not even done yet. Is what's so crazy. Like, there's a couple more shoves I remember, and one is especially egregious. I'm gonna make ourselves a little smaller here so you can get these. Here we go. Here we go. What did you hear? What he's saying? He's an engineer. He's out there talking about the prophecies of white people still. Well, the white man is an engineer. This is so bizarre.
It's like, you have nothing.
You have nothing. You're an engineer. Here's the conversation. White people, we love everybody. The white man has nothing. We'll be friends in school. You'll be our slaves. White people don't hate anyone. The white man's an engineer. Oh man, it's bizarre.
Oh, this is crazy.
You're not a man. Hang on. If you're not a man, what's your name?
If you're not a man, what's your name? Poor guy.
Who are you, creature?
He's trying so hard.
You touch me again, man, I'm gonna put you on your ass.
You touch me again?
You never touched him.
What? Again?
Again.
This is classic One West stuff. Hit someone with a stick about 6 times and then say, if you do it again. He's like, he did touch me. His chest hit my stick. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, the guy's so drunk, he doesn't even realize the accusation just made against him.
Oh, and now he said 5 times, so his counting's off now. Because he said 5 times last time, so he did but look where that stick is, bro.
Oh, like up almost to the neck.
Yeah, that's in the esophagus. That's uncomfortable.
Like the clavicle bone or something.
Yeah, that's like when Denzel, when he got game, punched that kid in the side of his neck. Oh, that's like that. That's and I watched the dude in the orange is like, hey, I'm not gonna let the captain have all the fun. I need to join in. Because watch the dude in the orange. Watch him. Oh. Now, a Hebrew Israelite can make the argument, because I put this clip on Instagram when Sam Miguel shared it. I gave him credit, too. This guy was in their space, da-da-da. In what way was Drunk Man invading the Orange Man's space? So we're going to rewind that, and I want you to see that. This is just what they're about.
Fuck you too. Fuck you too. No, fuck all you guys. I'm trying to be peaceful.
Just beat it, man. Go up the block.
You guys keep trying to be peaceful. See, that's the difference. You don't want to be peaceful.
This is almost up to 10 times, I think.
It's closer to like 12, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
If you are not a man,
Engineer.
You're not a man. Hang on.
And the people against whom the Lord
not a man,
forever.
what's your name?
Forever. You touch me again. again, man, I'm gonna put you on your ass.
You touched me 5 times.
Man, back up, man. Hey, back up.
Fuck you too. Fuck you too.
Back up, man.
No,
How is he still standing?
I know he's doing good for a drunk guy. Hey, he pushed him so hard he dropped his apocrypha. You guys see that?
He dropped his Bible. Yeah.
Yeah. What a like kind of like symbolic thing that's happening. You know what I'm saying? You even though we don't view the apocrypha as God's word, but like you pick up violence and drop. You know what you're saying is God's word. It's just fascinating.
Hey, that sound like a saying, man. I'm gonna push you so hard I drop my apocrypha. You know.
Oh man, what you about to say, San Miguel?
I was gonna also say that he's seems to be keeping track of how many times he was hit, even though it was more than 5. You know, so he's aware like I'm being hit over here, you know, and he's just straight being assaulted. You know? So
Now
he
look,
doesn't even realize.
if someone's watching this, like vocab is on there, he's making fun of this man who's being victimized. Look, guys. This is how at least on this show I do things. Like we have education and serious stuff. Okay, but then we like have fun as we're doing it. And so like there's a comical element to this situation, basically. And so we're leaning into that reality, right? And just recognizing that it is what it is. And so I just want people to understand that like ultimately we're pointing this out because we recognize that there's a problem here. And oh look, these guys are live right now, by the way.
Oh wow!
Yeah, they're live right now. Let's now
real quick before you bring up your next point, man. This guy, you know, he doesn't even know the dangerous situation he's in. Somebody kind of pointed out of the mob mentality, right? Like one guy gets a hit and somebody else gets hit. Next thing you know, they're just like stomping and beating on this guy on the ground. Like he's in a very dangerous situation.
And notice how they surround you because they're on both sides.
Right.
Yeah, Daryl.
But not only did they do all this assaulting, they posted the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? And then said OPD, it shows up and is confounded.
No, the OPD didn't do good police work. Like, y'all be in jail.
We're going to show that in a second. But it's like this. You know, people say get away with murder. Well, they don't get away with murder. Well, now, another Hebrew Israelite in Florida did, though. Yahweh ben Yahweh. But they are getting away with assault.
Right.
Here, let's take a look at this. I'm going to remember the time code here. Let's take a little look real quick here. They are live right now. Watchmen for Israel. They are live right now. Now, I'm not going to play the sound because I don't know what's going to be on here, okay? Wow, look at this.
Whoa.
Bro, 340 people watching these jokers. 340. So, look, again, we're bringing this out, everybody, to help you understand. One West Hebrewism is growing. It's a real problem. It's not just a bad theology. It's a dangerous theology, as you can see. And I'm glad, even though the cycle's not complete yet, I'm glad that San Miguel was out of it. And I'm glad he brought this group to our attention. But look, this is the same guys right now. Now, San Miguel, do you know where they are right now, bro?
Is this the Orlando group?
Yeah, well, I think it is. Isn't it?
What's the name of this channel?
It just says Watchmen for Israel.
Oh, no. They're in a different state. I don't know where they are.
Oh, really? Yeah, actually, it looks like I don't see any of the same guys. Well, it looks like multiple camps use the same channel then?
Yeah.
They have, well, no, they have different channels because the one that we're watching is from WFI Orlando. That's the actual name.
Oh, okay. I got you. Okay, so
that's the acronym they go by, but their main channel is completely spelled out.
Okay. So here's WFI Orlando's channel. This is the one we're watching. 20,000 views. Whoa, this just got posted August 28th.
Yeah, man.
This video just recently got posted. Yeah. Wow. So they're not live right now. Okay. But that's their last video. They looks like that's the last video they posted there.
And assault.
I mean, I did a video on them, and then I'm actually subscribed so I can see some of their stuff, and I'm just getting more and more material. And I'm like, damn, I should have waited to do that video because there's so much that I didn't see about from this group because this is happening in real time. This is happening right now.
Hey, check this out.
It's crazy.
Kdub. Look at the cover image they made.
Of them literally assaulting the guy.
The cover image is of the guy in orange pushing him, and then the cops with him.
That's how I found it. Excuse me. I went to the time. I scrolled through the video because I'm like, hold on, this is an assault, I think.
Yeah, because notice, like, this isn't a organic thumbnail, meaning this is something somebody made because it has the little like jagged edge in the middle of it. If everyone can look on their screen, they literally made a thumbnail bragging, basically showcasing that element of the video. It's just how bizarre. This is the kind of religion that makes you proud to do violence, you know?
Right.
And then they're saying they got away with it, and the Lord made us get away with it.
That is what they're saying. There is no other way to interpret this nonsense. So I just want to show you guys, and yet I'll have a video where I'm criticizing Islam, and YouTube accuses me and David Wood of trying to recruit for ISIS. And no, I'm not joking. That's what's going on our channel, and meanwhile you have this. Hey, the Bible says the wicked prosper. All right, let's continue on now with this. I just wanted to bring that out. It's wow. I mean, this is crazy.
But oppression maketh a wise man mad.
Yeah, hey, there you go. There you go. All right, so here we are
That's
back.
right.
Here we are. We're an hour 26 in, and we are gonna watch our drunk friend get pushed, and we're gonna watch the cops show up. So here we are.
You want to be loud?
The border of wickedness.
The border of wickedness.
All white people are the border of wickedness.
You don't want to hear nothing. What's your name?
Like the opposite version of him.
Put your name out there. 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 If you are not a man, if you are not a man,
You're an engineer.
if you are not a man,
Or is he saying something else? He just said engineer of science. Is he trying to say someone in another group was an engineer? I don't know. It's a little confusing.
you are not a man. Hang on.
And the people against whom the
If
Lord
you are
hath
not a
given
man,
nation forever.
what's your name?
Forever.
Forever.
You touch me again, man, I'm gonna put you on the
You touched me 5 times. Fuck you too. No, fuck you all you guys. I'm trying to be peaceful.
And that's the first time he
Man, go
cussed.
up the block.
You guys keep trying to be peaceful.
Another push. Yeah, it's like the first time he cussed. He looks like he's about to get jumped here.
Yeah, it does.
Is what it looks like. That's like the beginnings of a jump beatdown.
See, and that's the difference. You don't want to be peaceful. You don't want to what you want to do, you want to be led by the Democrats. You want to be led by the Democrat people. You want to be led by the Democrat people. You know why?
That's funny.
Democrat people own you guys. They own you guys. Yeah, hey, cut the video off.
Nobody want to hear you, man.
Hey, man, I know. Of course, because you know what? It's not popular. If you want to have real
Well,
conversation,
guys, well, it's not popular. It's not popular. That's why I won't hear. I think he thinks he's like on a Candace Owen tip or something. And he's trying to tell them, like, oh, poor guy.
if you want to have real
All the white
conversation,
man do is lie, man.
talk to Carl. Listen. Do you
The wicked
think?
are
Hey,
estranged from the womb.
do you? The wicked are estranged from the
The
womb.
wicked are strange. This man came out of his mother's womb.
They go astray.
What do they do?
Here's
Go
the
astray.
The white
Here's the
man
white
go
man.
astray. They go astray, man.
Here's the white man.
As soon as he was born, read.
Here's the white man.
What is he doing?
Speaking
What is
lies.
he doing?
Speaking
What
lies.
is he doing?
Speaking
What
lies.
is he doing?
Speaking
What is
lies.
he doing?
Speaking lies.
What is he doing?
Speaking lies.
What is he doing?
Speaking lies.
The white man
Speaking lies. Because you say so. 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 Exactly.
Oh, he almost punched him again.
He swung. Hey, he swung. That was
I
a
didn't-
little.
Say, Miguel, you see
Who
that?
did that?
Watch the guy in orange right in about 10 seconds. Watch this. We didn't see this before.
You say so.
He seems like he's ready to do something.
Yeah, he does.
Because you say so. Because you say
Watch the guy in orange.
Because you say so. Because you say so. Because you say so. Because you say so.
Okay, he kind of swats.
Yeah, it's like a SWAT. That's a good description.
Exactly. Exactly. You know what? You're not worthy. You're not worthy of all these gentlemen that are standing here. You're not worthy of all these guys.
It's funny how he's like polite and then he'll say F you in the next sentence. These gentlemen standing here. They're not what he's saying is you're not worthy to have followers.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's actually making a good point. Yes, they're in a cult and they're being led astray. You are right about that. And it's funny though, this drunk guy, after being pushed with a stick about 12 times, is still calling them gentlemen. I mean, I don't know, man.
Standing here. You're not worthy of all these guys standing here. Just so you guys know,
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust.
Uh-oh, I can't even believe she's coming over in the middle of this.
I think she's with somebody else, and she just saw what was going on. They're being
You don't
loud.
want to leave, right?
Right.
You don't want to leave, man.
I don't want to.
Go ahead.
Never trust thy enemy.
What the Lord say?
Never trust thine enemy.
What the Lord say?
Never trust thine enemy.
I don't know, it looks like she's standing in between them, though.
Yeah, that's all she's doing, I
Yeah.
think.
So, I mean, that makes me think she's with them or something, unless she's just like, oh, look, a fellow white person in trouble. Let me help them.
You know what? She's probably a white guilt-ridden trying to protect the black people. I don't know. That's what it kind of looks like to me.
Yeah,
She's
she
trying
looks
to...
like one. She looks like one of the people that's there when they're bowing down in another video.
Right.
I think I see. I don't know where I
They
saw
pay her.
before.
They're like, come
Yeah.
every
She's
Tuesday
like-
at 9:30.
She's like, wait a minute. The prophets are in trouble. I'll protect the prophets.
I don't want to talk to you.
That's right.
Yeah.
Talk with
We don't want to talk to you.
You don't want to talk. You just want to spout
For like
bullshit.
an iron rusted,
You want to spout
so is his
bullshit.
wickedness.
Just
All
like
right,
iron and
spout
steel rubber.
bullshit.
The white man always gonna be the damn devil. Man.
Come.
Read.
You see how she?
Oh,
agrees
is she
to that?
shaking her head when he says the white man's always
saw
going to be
that?
the devil? She's shaking her
She's a
head.
white
Hey,
guilt.
I told you,
Like
I
said,
told
it's like
you.
white guilt.
This is
White guilt.
bizarre.
This white
Yeah,
guilt-driven
yeah.
white girl.
This
Well,
is-
you know, Orlando is very liberal, like LGBTQ. This is very close to where that
Nightclub?
that nightclub Pulse.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's not that far from there, but
Wow.
there, you know, Florida is red. It's a red state, but the major cities like
Not
Orlando,
Orlando.
Miami, not the it's not. It's a purple state, if you want to call it
Nah,
that. But yeah, it's a weird
Go ahead.
dynamic here. What's going on? Because I mean, he seems like maybe he's a Republican because he's saying the Democrats own you. So I'm gonna assume that, I think, safely. And she is just like has this guilt, like agreeing. I think I've seen her before. She agrees with them. She sympathizes with them, and yeah, she doesn't like debate them at all. It's insane.
You gotta find that video if you can, man. That'd be wild.
I know. Yeah, I got the.
She's going to get less lashes in the future kingdom. She's only going to get 250 instead of 500.
Oh, he humbled himself.
But there's a
And
guy
go crazy.
standing there that I think that she's with.
Oh, okay.
Some behind the
Take
guy in
good
the
heed
heart. I
and
think.
beware of him.
And do
Whatever
what?
you
Yeah,
think.
take good heed and beware of him.
We
Whatever
take
you
good
think.
heed, and we aware of you, you damn devil.
That's
Read.
right.
Whatever.
And thou shalt be unto him as if as white a looking glass.
See that, man? We know you. We know you, Esau.
Come.
We know you,
You
man.
know what?
Read.
And thou shalt know that his
Democratic
wife
Party
have not
owns you.
been altogether
Democratic
wiped
Party
away.
owns
We
you.
know the white man is our
Democratic Party
enemy, and
owns
he's
you.
never going to change.
She's like, bob and weave, bob and weave. This has multiple levels of funny. I'm sorry.
Political theology, white.
Satire.
It's so crazy.
She's doing like he's got one move. It's the finger with the step forward.
He's gotta learn to shake and bake.
Set him not by thee.
We want to work together, bro. Come on, he's still on that.
Work together.
Leave when he has overthrown.
You know what? Hey, what
ahead.
happened? What happened?
He stand up in thy place.
What happened?
He stand up in thy place.
Hey, we let Esau talk. Next thing you know, he over here with the stick bringing it out, man. We on the side.
Hey, you got the stick. You gotta protect yourself.
That's what Esau do. He'll stand in your place. Go ahead.
Neither let him sit
guys don't
at
wanna
thy right
talk.
hand.
He said if we let white folks in the camp, they'll try to take charge.
Neither let him sit at right thy
The
hand.
Lord said about the white man.
Neither let him sit at thy right
The
hand.
Lord said, don't even sit him by you, man. Don't let him sit at your right hand.
Least he
gives
seek
up.
to take thy seat.
At least he what?
Least he seek to take thy seat.
Man, he come with his philosophy. Yeah, he come with his damn philosophy. He's trying to break it down. Like, we like, you know what? You're right, Esau. We didn't go this way.
He's like, maybe this guy over here is more reasonable. He has glasses on.
Things ain't all bad in the world.
If you don't think the white man has held you
And thou hast last remembered my word and be pricked therewith.
if you don't think
So
the
we,
white man
that's,
has
you can
held
drop
you
that.
down,
So we remember the words of the Lord. Okay, you're right. Bring it out.
they have.
It's the book of.
Wait, I thought white people didn't hate anyone. Because
Right.
he said if you don't think the white man's you're wrong, or I don't, unless he's saying something different. I don't know what he's saying at this point.
Chapter 55, verse 21.
Bring it out.
The words of his mouth were
You
smoother
rise
than butter.
above. How do
But
you
war
rise
was in his
above?
heart.
Kwame Yasharala, that's how.
His words were softer than oil.
How do you rise
Yet
above?
they
You
were
want to beat
drawn
somebody?
swords.
You want to beat somebody that's a white person?
Do you want to beat, or did he say beat?
I think he said beat.
You want to beat someone who's a white person? If that's what he said, the answer is yes.
I want to hear the answer.
Yeah.
Is that how you work?
Bring it out.
You beat somebody that's white?
Yep.
You beat a white person?
What the Lord say?
You beat a white person? Is that, dude, you don't understand, man.
Man, back up.
I'm trying to talk with you.
Listen, you can
I'm
say
trying
what
to
you
talk
want to
to
say,
Let's
but
be
get out
civil.
my face.
I'm not in this,
Man.
Respect his personal space.
Yes, sir. I got you.
I mean, what? This is really bizarre.
He been hitting him with a stick all night.
I'm trying to be civil. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's learning. They beat him into his proper place. That's what's going on here.
Damn devils don't have no understanding. You're like an animal. You're like a damn dog. that
I
you
didn't come
can't
through
train.
here with
I
you.
told you
That
every
is true.
time to back that. Go stand back right there.
You are the
stand
problem.
back up
Listen,
there,
I'm gonna
man.
tell you right now and I'll walk away. You are the problem with the white and black. You are the problem with white and black. Because you want to divide. You want to divide. It's fucking
has
you.
what?
What's your name? What's your name?
What's your name?
Shut the blood.
Why you
What's your
in
name?
my face, man?
Dude, I'm trying to make peace
in my
with
face, man?
everybody.
Ain't no damn fucking peace,
man.
We don't
You
want
know
no
what?
peace in the 34.
Peace.
Ain't no
White
peace,
people don't
man.
need this
Ain't
shit.
no peace on
What? Guys, we
Speaking
love
for white
everybody. We don't need this.
This is the mayor of white people.
So many mixed messages. We don't need this, guys. Oh man, so many.
Yeah, I wish this was Sakari Phoenix when he's talking about, we just want peace. They would have pulled out their gun.
Yeah, we want peace too. We got one right here.
White people don't need this
You
shit.
going in chains,
White
man.
people never needed this shit, right? But you know what? The Democrats told you.
This is Matthew. Hey, chapter 10, verse 34.
Read.
Think not.
I love that comment.
Yeah, this guy's out of his mind. But notice they'll engage and go on and on. This is like
Right.
their base.
To say
Yeah.
peace on earth. Think not that I have come to say peace on earth.
What the Lord say?
Think not that I have come to say peace on earth.
We're not dealing with peace no more. You had your chance.
No.
That's over with, man.
Huh?
You going down, you
what's
devil.
over with?
Read.
I came not to set peace, but a sword.
For the what?
For a sword.
For the white man?
For
a sword.
A damn double-edged sword.
Who he just acted like he was stabbing him. You see that?
Yeah, he did.
These dudes are murderous, man.
It's wicked.
This is murderous, man.
A damn double-edged.
Look, this. Damn double right in the spleen. Dude, man, it's weird. I can't even imagine thinking this way. Like,
Yeah.
who fantasizes it? It's just. Okay. The cops are about to show up, everybody.
Kings for change.
See you guys across the street. So you see the cops. You guys see them walking over. See, here to come the cops with their shorts on.
I know. I
Their
hate that.
nobles with feathers of
Understand.
iron.
It ain't about that.
Execute upon them the judgment written.
San Miguel, what can you tell us about OPD?
Never really dealt with them too much. But this is the city police, pretty much, Orlando, which Orlando is in Orange County, but the county police is who I've dealt with more, like the county sheriffs and all of that, instead of like OPD. But what they'll do down there, because it gets rowdy and It's really hard to drive around downtown. Most of the streets are one way. It gets really, like people spill into the streets, drunk people. They'll get hit by cars if you don't close the streets down. So the police presence is very high out there. I think they did a study in 2020 that showed that, because I always look this stuff up, that Orange County Police Department arrests African Americans 2.5 times more than white people. I believe.
Well,
just a little fun fact.
Not in this video. Watch this,
Right,
Kdub. I want you to listen closely to this, Kdub. This is fascinating.
It's Hunter. That's all it says. Praise ye the Lord.
You see that, man?
You guys fighting over here and all?
No, there's no fight, man. He's a little drunk.
So we told him 1,000 times to just go up the block. So nobody's fighting nobody.
Okay.
Y'all know us. We out here every week.
I know. That's why we're out here trying to figure out what's going on. Okay.
We told him about COVID, 6 feet in everybody's face.
All right. What was going on? Anything?
We doing the same thing y'all always see us doing. He came up drunk, screaming in everybody's face. Okay. We told him to back up.
Now, who's screaming really here?
Yeah, that's a lie.
I mean, we've seen the video.
Hey, they're right though. It wasn't a fight. It was a beatdown they gave that man.
Yeah, it was more like a gauntlet.
Yeah, nothing over here.
Got nothing on this end. You guys got nothing on that end.
Okay.
If you want to talk civilly,
This dude's not even stitching him out, at least yet, because I know what's going to happen in the video in a second. He could be like, these guys hit me in the sticks 12 times.
Right.
But he's like trying to, I just want the cops to go away so I could continue this awesome conversation. Let's get back to the dialogue, brothers.
It was so good.
Yeah, everything's okay. Nothing to see here. Right, guys? Winking at him,
big white flag, it ain't nothing.
They're trying to, I love their white, black, it ain't nothing.
Big white flag, it ain't nothing. Listen, Democrats have told you
if this
some
was us,
bullshit.
we'd be locked up.
It ain't nothing.
Hey, they came out here and locked us up for reading the Bible. Yo, this man can get in our face, be drunk, be belligerent.
Get away
What are these cops doing, man?
They're talking about when they got arrested with the David Lynn video, which I'm going to show at another time. I'm going to go live on these guys again. And
I'm talking about the cops. They're like, you had two aggressive people, and then you kind of let the guy get right back to the aggressor. I mean, that's cop like one-on-one. You don't. I mean, you keep them separated.
Yeah.
He just kind of lets the guy get right back to the stick beater.
He's got his little drunk moves, man.
He's good.
He saw a hole, man. He saw a hole like a running back. He went right through that hole.
And you want to poke me with your stick?
You want to poke me with your stick? You hear him just say that?
He's still in snitch on him, though.
If you get it somebody else, you're going to get
You're like a big fucking man. And all I try to do, what did I try to do? What did I try to do? I try to talk to you. I try to talk, and what happened?
You're not even listening to them.
The silent majority. Stop.
Silent majority?
What is he talking about?
He's just throwing everything up now. That's like an old political term. He's a silent majority. Not so silent tonight.
That's right. Hey, that shit would have happened. Yeah, we would have got slammed on the ground already. We would have got slammed on the ground. Probably would have got shot.
We appreciate you guys. Hey, I'm trying to talk here. I'm trying to talk here, okay? Thanks for leaving space. They're my officers are dealing with that, okay? Thank you. I know.
These guys are making sure people can walk by.
That's what I'm telling you. I'm trying to say thank you for doing that.
Oh, okay.
The cop's like, hey, guys, I just want to thank you for your exemplary behavior here tonight.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Thanks.
You're letting everyone pass. Thank you so much.
Right.
We don't know what the OPD would do without you guys out here in the street tonight.
This is terrible.
People are scared to walk down, where they're at, because in other videos you'll see they'll bring out like chairs and sit right there on the street. And they'll bring out their wives. Their wives will sit like on, I don't know, like some folded out chairs. And these streets are pretty small, and they're doing construction all behind them. So, yeah, people are scared to pass by. You got somebody yelling with staffs, ram's horn.
Listen, to all the white people in the audience, if you're drunk
Do not.
and you see Hebrews lights on the street, go the other way.
Call an Uber.
Come on, man.
I appreciate you guys doing the right thing and letting people walk through.
Okay, okay.
That's what we're out here asking you to do, so I appreciate that.
We were quiet till he came over here.
We were quiet till he came over here. Man.
Did you see the guy in the orange?
No, what did he say?
Yeah. Like the guys, thank you for letting people pass, and he's like, yeah.
I've been doing a great job. This guy thinks he's a Hebrews like crossing guard over here.
Thank you for your help.
Thank you so much for your service to the state of Florida.
Dude,
when we need some, we were hoping someone could push drunk white people around tonight. You guys are the men for the job.
I would have arrested 3 people.
That's all you guys did.
Have a good night, man.
You don't want to have a
Have a good night.
conversation. You want to have a conversation. You want to just bullshit your way through it, right? You want to bullshit your way through it, and that's it, right? Right? You want to bullshit your way through it, and that's it. I said peacefully, let's talk together. No, let me record. Hey, talk to me peacefully. Let's work this out. What's your problems? I try to tell you, I understand. And what happens? What happens? Well, hey, fuck you. Fuck you. You're a minority, so you get whatever you want.
Oh, it's coming out. It's coming out.
Oh, now this is where white privilege does come in. I don't know, man, because look, he's like, hey, guys, this is sir, gentlemen, you know, and then everything's cool. And he does a stitch on it. Then it turns into you get a minority. I thought, I don't know, bro. Come on, you can't. We can't. Yeah, you're a minority, so get whatever you want, bro.
Hey, I would actually had him in handcuffs even before then, because this guy is clearly drunk. I mean, at the very least, you got public intoxication. I mean, he is causing the scene. Yeah, he is a victim too, but he also is an offender. So it's like double.
Come
trouble.
on now. I thought white people loved everybody and didn't hate anybody, but now you're going there. You guys are minority, you get whatever you want. Come on, dude.
I try to tell you, I understand. And what happens? What happens? Well, hey, fuck you. Fuck you. You're a minority, so you get whatever you want.
Oh, it's coming out. It's coming out.
It's coming out now. It's coming out now. I'm not coming out. Really? I'm Hey, what's up, man? How are you? Yep. This is Hosea.
He's like, I'm going to start recording now. Great timing.
Just to play devil's advocate or whatever.
Well, you are the atheist. Go ahead, bro.
But to the white man's defense here, I think what he was trying to say is that because you're a minority, you're getting away with talking like this. Because there was like, try to imagine a group of white racists doing this out in downtown Orlando. They'll get chased off the streets. That happened in Philly, actually, not too long ago. I forgot which white, supremacist group or white nationalist group. But yeah, you couldn't. I think he has a point there, like to a certain effect, like because he's like they're a protected class, African Americans.
He's just so drunk. He's just so drunk he didn't get it all out, and it just sounds bad.
You just sounded.
You know what? You minorities. Let me tell you, minorities.
Well, you're just chanting, And
I'll let the guy from Judah and the guy from Simeon cape for the white man, but. Nah, man. Nah, it's like, okay, so he's frustrated because he feels like they're not in trouble or something now, but he didn't try to tell on him, so it's bizarre. It's weird. It's like the comment that set him off was give this guy a breathalyzer test. Out of everything that's been said, your kids are going to be our slaves.
Oh, no, you was not going to tell me I'm drunk.
No one's going to tell me I got to take a breathalyzer test. That's it.
Hey, but isn't that like with drunk people the most offensive thing to tell them is they're drunk? Like,
out of all the stuff that's been said tonight, you'll never make that comment again.
I mean, he probably should have been charged with public intoxication, but they should have been charged with assault. Sure.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the cops are about to hand him an orange crossing guard vest, Thank you very much for keeping the sidewalks clear.
Yeah, the number of
This poor guy, look at this guy on the bike, like, what is happening?
This is Mormon coming through here.
Yeah,
Israel shall be as the sand of the sea.
Antagonizing me, and I try to have a civil conversation.
that guy gave up. The guy in the flannel came over like, looks like there's a problem here. We need some white solidarity. And then he's like, nah, this is too much for me. I'm out.
This guy's an idiot.
He's like, peace.
They don't. No, they want to push me. They poke me with his stick.
They poked me with his stick. Now he's telling on him. It was
Hey,
that
what-
comment about the breathalyzer.
Hey, did you hear what he just said, though? He said, we'll be numbered as a sand of the sea. He said, when do we become minorities?
Yeah, it's funny out of all the stuff he's most upset about is the fact that he called them a minority. This is such a funny
He told
video.
him to shut up. This is hilarious.
Don't call me a minority.
They hit me with sticks. And what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
I asked you about you said that nobody put hands on anybody else.
Exactly.
Ah, look at that. The cop said,
Hey,
wait
they
a
don't-
second ago,
they
he
don't
said
wanna
nobody
deal with
put
it.
But the cop called him out because prior he was like, no one touched anyone, and now he's telling on him, so he's changing the story. But the weird thing is, these guys are willing to lie because they're like, oh, see, he said it, like they know what happened, but they're like that's the true version, the first drunk version before he did snitch on him. Esau, look at out of the whole video, this is the one title thing they decided to put on.
The actual thing he was telling the truth on.
Esau is double-minded and confounded. Hold on.
They got
Esau is double-minded and confounded.
They got the video. They act like they didn't just play the whole video of them doing it.
Yeah, they're saying Esau can't make up his mind. Did we hit him or did we not?
Yeah, I'm getting all of it.
Yeah, you are.
He said nothing happened. Now you hit him with the stick.
It just shows you how much of liars these guys are, though, too. Wait, I want you to hear what they're quoting, everybody, because this is the verse Hebrew Israelites use when they suck up the cops when they come around, because Hebrew Israelites have a thing about lying, that it's okay in front of public officials to avoid jail. I kid you not. That's how they say. They say Paul was doing that, at the end of the book of Acts, in Acts chapter 27, I think verse 16 or whatever. This is what's going on. So I want you to understand why they're quoting what they're quoting. They're saying, "Oh, the cops are here. We agree with adversary quickly. You get taken off the jail."
Agreeing with thine adversaries quickly.
The Lord told us sometimes you got to use wisdom. They're saying that's why we're playing with the cops. It's funny they equate using wisdom with lying to the cops. I think OJ knew that.
Right.
Right, the Lord said, agree with them quickly, read. While thou art in the way with them, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge. Right, they deliver us to the judge. Right, and the judge deliver thee to the officer. And they deliver us to the officer. Call the police on us every week. They start pushing your sticks at me.
The cop's funny. He's like, let me run my fingers through my hair. He got a buzz cut.
That's fine. You know what?
And do what? Now be cast into prison. And now be cast into prison.
It protects.
See that, man? Well, the Lord says, why you got to disagree with the adversary.
You know what? I guarantee you, 98% of America.
They're talking trash behind the cop's back. We know what they're about. It's almost time.
They literally say they're lying. The cops have no idea.
Wait,
they don't put up with this bullshit right here.
All right, so with that, man, we give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh.
Hashem, Yahushua.
Kom Yasharallah.
Kom Yasharallah.
Kom Yasharallah.
Kom Yasharallah.
Kom Yasharallah.
Kom Yasharallah.
Death to America.
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 Hold on.
It's got this ram's horn.
Does anyone see the insanity of this video? The cops show up after they push the dude a bunch of times, and then they chant in front of the cops numerous times, "Death to America," and the cops are like, "Let me thank those guys for doing a great job." And now here comes the. They always sound like they're drunk when they play it. Someone needs to give them some shofar lessons.
Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahushai. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahushai. Shalak. Rayam. Why? Ainash. Why? Haragi. Why? Mishpani. Why? Kdub. Mawat. Ow. Kor. Adawani. Why? Kawaya. What? Ayab Yinawa. Baba Kashab. Baba Kashab. Shalak. Ash. Ba. Shem. Bayat. Baba Kashab. Shabar. What? Abad. Ayab Yinawa. Baba Kashab. Shabar. Ha. Makan. Shur. Ha. Ayab Yat. Baba Kashab. Baba Kashab. Sir. Ma. Kayam. Ba. La. Masapai. The water. Mashiach. Wamalat. Yahushua. Kwam Yashala.
I thought they were about to go into a hymn.
Oh, did you guys hear the liturgy at the end? Amen. Did you guys hear that? We got to play that one more time. Just that little part. They go, Amen. You
can hear
the shofar in the background, the horn. Amen.
The only English in there was amen.
Amen. All right, San Miguel, we got to wind this show down. We'll let you have some final words, bro. What are you going to say? We just reviewed this video of Watchmen for Israel of Orlando, Florida, a.k.a. the cult that hits people with sticks.
Yeah, I mean, this was just there's a lot of comedy to it. So yeah, I enjoyed that a lot. I appreciate, thank you for having me. I'll say that, it's just funny how right there they're praising their God for, allowing them to lie. They say you got to be, as wise as a serpent and all that, which means you can lie, right? Like you were saying, you can lie to cops. If just to get away with something, and if you get away with it, that's the Lord. If you get caught, you're being oppressed. So there's no in between. It's it's always an extreme position with them. But they're allowed to get away with assault and post the evidence on YouTube. It's crazy.
Facts. Thanks for bringing out this video, drawing our attention to it. And keep track of these guys. We'll do some more stuff on them. Final words from Kdub.
Yeah, man. This stuff is clearly a cult. They're not even ashamed of their lies, their assaults, just right in the open. This, it's one thing to hide the evil you do because, you're ashamed, but they're just out in the open. They're filming it, putting it out so everybody can see, clearly lying to everybody and showing it for the world to see, to show how much of a cult this is. And so this is very dangerous, and hopefully this video demonstrated why you need to stay away.
Facts. Join us tomorrow. I'm going to try to go live again, probably on this group again. Maybe do another review video of some of their stuff on Street Apologist Live. Thanks, Kdub and San Miguel, for joining me on the show where we try to make apologetics fun again.